interesting, and it could be a lot worse. I just haven't really seen it. Everything else looks pretty normal. Yeah, nothing else particularly strange. As we actually get everyone into the game, people moving out their bases, who do you think has the better level 1?
Mm, I mean, just probably Resi for Disaster with the AoE possibility
Yeah.
from Mordekaiser alone.
And it looks like they are trying to use that level 1. They did go for an invade, they are spotted, so they're going to walk back, and it looks like they will just go for the bot lane start. So both junglers will be starting towards their bot side. Obviously, Kane almost always starts Raptors anyway. It's just such a good start for him.
Yeah, and Hake's opting also for the Hail of Blades this game instead of Conqueror, which is completely fine. Both
Yeah,
are both are viable and both do their jobs.
I think because you've got Malzahar, Ezreal, and Yumi, you probably just you won't really need that Conqueror, and just getting that 3-hit passive stacked as soon as possible. Definitely don't think that's a bad idea for Hail of Blades.
No, we could see also an early gank from the Kane.
Yeah,
He's starting Raptors, which is normal, and he's gonna path towards bot side. So maybe a level 3 gank through Tribush.
potentially. What do you think is the most volatile lane in these games? I mean, most likely bot side, but unless you have any other insight.
I mean, we can see possibly some aggressive trading in the mid lane with the Ignite also on LeBlanc. Malzahar really has to be careful of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't really see. I mean, I don't know about top lane. Like, I haven't seen Fesoi, the Mordekaiser player, play top lane ever. It's like he used to be a 6-1 trick, but he hasn't. After like 6 buffs, he hasn't played 6. I think he moved to a more supportive role, and that's why what he's playing nowadays.
Some pretty heavy trading already going the way of Beckler and Konvika in the bot lane. And Kofuib taking a nice trade into the Mordekaiser, but that Mord passive going to start burning him down quite a bit. Still in favor of Kofuib, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's the door answering start here from Mordekaiser, but we are already starting to see a bit CS difference in the top lane, but
Yeah, although
it's
it
crashing.
is
So
crashing. And I like this, the cheetah back already
yeah,
on the Mord. That's clever. I
yeah.
like that.
No one, there's almost no top lanes that do it in UNL. I haven't at least
Yeah,
seen.
it's and if you can get it to work, it's literally just a free back, and you might lose a minion or two. You
Yeah, I mean,
really don't lose much.
he lost half a wave here, which isn't really bad. This
Yeah.
wave is stacking towards him.
Beckler taking a bit of damage though from Yana, quite a lot. And that the Featherstorm, not the Featherstorm, but the root does land. Beckler has to flash and is going to be exhausted. The first blood goes to Yana. The heal was not enough from the Yuumi. Everything has been used there. Ezreal does have the TP, interestingly enough. And this looks to be something in the top lane. And I don't think Fezzo wanted to do that. You just brought the
No,
Kane even closer. And fair play to Guar Stardians. They realized something was going to go down bot lane, capitalized in the top lane. So first blood does go the way of Yana, and that's definitely really, really good for Recipe for Disaster. But a big play in the top lane by Kofui Benezi.
yeah, big misplay from the Mordekaiser. Has to
Yeah,
burn, but thanks to his cheater back, he has still his TP up, but he lost quite a lot there.
yeah, yeah. And again, another trade, but once Ezreal's used his combo,
Uh,
the Xayah just has so much more to give, and this could be Beckler going down again. Not quite, but
uh,
look how low he is. He has. I don't think he
uh,
has to back
if
necessarily.
if the Aqua Prison would have hit, that would be the
Yeah,
kill
Agree
once
Undertones
again.
is going to take a heavy trade. If this lands, it does. But the LeBlanc is going to take a lot from that silence and the space aids. Ezzy's going to try for something here, but you don't want to go in
Yeah,
at the moment here.
Higgs is ready for the counter gank if
Yeah.
Kane is, and it looks like Yuna is trying to bait this. And
Yeah,
it's
they're
it's a
baiting pretty hard.
that's a successful bait, but it's
Ezzy's not quite going to go down, though. The
no,
healing from Yumi is enough.
and has
But
to burn flash though.
yeah, that was a really good counter jungle. Sorry,
Yeah.
counter gank from Hakes. And
Yeah.
now
It looks
Fezzo,
like a free Infernal Rake now,
yeah,
which
and
is really good this early into the game.
yeah, particularly for someone like that LeBlanc, who might not quite have the damage in her own kit to finish off a Malzahar, but with that little bit of extra damage, maybe just enough to put her over the edge
Yeah.
in those trades. And obviously, we've seen how much damage Yana can do on Zaya
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
and you add an extra 5%, 4%, sorry, AD onto that.
Yeah, this dude is insane. He just he's just too good.
Yeah, and there are some teams that revolve around a certain lane, and this is definitely one of them that Recipe for Disaster do need to play around their best player, and I don't think anyone will deny Yana is certainly that player for them.
Yeah, sadly bot lane is like not the best role right now with bruisers and tanks being so powerful and the meta. So it's
Yeah.
not really the easiest task he either has. But he's truly showing that it's possible.
Definitely. And there's already there's not really much of a gold lead at all for Recipe for Disaster, even with that first blood extra gold. It's pretty even in CS across the board. Slight advantage in the bot lane, but it's not a huge amount currently.
It looks like the Y would possibly want to gank Daba.
Without that level 6 insurance, though, do you really want to be
Yeah,
ganking into a set?
it's better just to clear and get your 6. That's probably a guaranteed kill. Maybe not on the set, with set being that tanky, but you still have the Mordekaiser ult, so you can steal. And nice block by Yuna, not giving him Bekla the cannon there. Just those small things that just add up in the end.
I think realistically, if you are Recipe for Disaster and you are Hakes, you are looking specifically to gank mid lane, because LeBlanc can pretty easily take out that spell shield of the Malzahar and have that down most of the time, which I think is going to be really, really useful. Or obviously this bot lane, if you can guarantee you won't be dragged under turret, as Ezreal Yumi is just so dangerous when under turret. And it looks like Ezzy might be going for
But
the bot
I
lane
think
gank.
Yuna wants this. He got his
Yeah,
exhaust
he's
up.
got the stick.
He got all
Yeah.
nice aqua pressure from Nami.
The
Set
TP
has
from Set.
Set forced.
Bekla's going to be fine though. Ezzy does have ult here. The Featherstorm now comes out.
Yeah.
Yuna gets one with the Featherstorm already. He might go down
gets
here.
the second
No,
one.
The double kill. Coffee is going to be able to ult, but he flashes out and Coffee can't get
Oh
the flash
no!
over. Oh, the Mastery 7 emote there. Oh dear. Oh, I mean, you got to say, fantastically well played by Yuna
Yeah,
specifically.
he's just so calm in those situations. Like we see people panic really quick and just pressing everything, but you're not really patiently waiting every single cooldown up and just perfect.
I do want to give a bit of credit though to Wintersar's landed. I think probably the key Aqua Prison there
Yeah, it was.
that allowed everything to snowball from that.
Yeah, the two-man Aqua Prison on the Kane and Ezreal just bought so much more time also, and giving Xayah the opportunity to deal more damage and free damage.
It is such a nice setup as well. If you get the Aqua Prison landed, then it's just a guaranteed recall of the feathers. You can get as many feathers as you can in that the time of the Aqua Prison stun, and then that's it. Oh, Fezzo is ulting Bekla,
But
the
He
Yeah,
didn't.
you don't want to do that. It's an Ezreal. He can just run away under turret.
Yeah, I mean the idea was good.
All hikes, and this is what I mean. Malzahar
Yeah,
without spell shield is just easy pickings,
really
and
well
because LeBlanc
played.
can proc it so easily. There
Don't
we go.
don't know if he needed to use flash there, but better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you like this lane swap by Guar
Uh,
Stardians?
I mean, if they're actually going for Rift, but like nobody's really focusing on getting that Rift. Now maybe Ezreal and Yumi pathing towards mid with
Yeah.
Kane also in the
If
area, but I don't know if they
why
wanna
not?
take that. I don't know.
That's if you are moving the bot lane up, you want to be focusing objectives, and unfortunately they just aren't. So it's going to be
Yeah,
them walking all the way down from top lane here.
yeah,
As Cloud Dragon is, to be fair, Dragon is spawning now, but they aren't really in a position to fight this.
yeah, but the vibe was also topside for some reason.
As
I had the permission to flame him, so I'm using it here.
Beckler having to use a speculative ult this early as well. They are going to try for the Cloud Dragon, I think. Vi is not here, but that's a Mordekaiser teleport really early. And Yana over
He
the wall, but
he
it
just
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
care.
Yeah, Ezzy is in
Dead.
ult
He's 1
now,
HP.
but he is dead. Yeah,
Oh,
he flashes out, but he's not dead.
Yunna
Not
base
quite.
Yunna base is the control ward instead.
Yeah, that's
But he's just
really
poking down.
quite.
Yunna wants to go
Yeah,
in here.
Hikes
But
is
there's no
in.
Y ult. It's a few seconds still, but
I think it'd still be fine. A big set ult, but I don't think it's quite going to be enough. Yana is now on a rampage already. And
there's a Y ult.
can Ezzy do anything?
Y has ult
Hikes
here.
gets one.
Oh, he gets Malzahar
Malzahar.
ult.
There we go. There is at least something back for Guar Stardians.
But it's still 2 for 1, and most important, like you get one more kill to the Yunna, and Y also getting one here. The kill to Malzahar isn't as big, but it's still a kill.
Yeah, it's enough that at least there's a spark of hope at the moment. But a 4-0 Zaya, I mean, with the farm as well, he's been farming pretty well.
Yeah, the guy that went 22-0-18, like, gave him this start. It's not looking bright. With already 3k goal difference.
Yeah, 2k of which is just on the ADCs.
Yeah.
5.1 versus 3.1k on the Zaya to Ezreal. But that is what Recipe for Disaster want to do. Every other lane has been relatively safe, or, you know, for instance, LeBlanc has been just trying to be a nuisance, essentially. Hasn't got any kills himself, but it doesn't really matter when he's just been useful in every single team fight and every single kind of skirmish. And that's what they need to do to get Yana this far ahead.
Yeah, he still can just jump in, and if you just ignore the LeBlanc, she's gonna kill you. Like, you have to pay the respect anyways.
Yeah, I mean, even though there's not a kill on LeBlanc, the burst that LeBlanc can do is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Still.
Gale Force and Imperial Mandate picked up in the bot lane, so it's not getting easier for the safest bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult though. When Azaya gets ahead, it can feel absolutely insane. Like, look at that. Beckler is halfway under his own turret.
Yeah,
if he's still getting poked out.
Yeah,
hard.
if Yuna knew that Aqua Prison hits, that's a dead Ezreal, and look at that damage. Like, he can't move. Thank God he has Yumi there to heal him.
Yeah. But this is just going to be a turret. You know, this will be first turret going down. Maybe not right now, but it might even be a kill, and it is the Gale Force as well. Yuna is under turret. He does not care. The Featherstorm comes out. Don't think it's going to be quite enough. Conflict might look for Ezzy, and he does, but Yana is just going to keep on going forwards. He's going to try and get the red buff.
That's set TP. But that's...
I think Yana got red buff as well there, so he's going to kill everyone here. He might die to the set. He doesn't. He flashes away again.
But Malzahar
is going to die to Yuri though, surely.
Ezreal TPing in also. But
I don't think Ezreal has the damage.
there's the Malzahar ult.
The ult does come through
But
finally,
LeBlanc
but
gets one
God.
back, but
Oh
still,
dear
what's happening?
Christ.
It's just Yuna pushing forward and forward.
Yeah, I mean, when you're that confident, eventually your confidence may turn into
And look what
overconfidence.
happened top lane meanwhile.
Yeah,
Mordekaiser just removing the turret just by
yeah,
Yuna buying so much time.
and that was so much force there, and Hike's going in. The
Uh,
ult comes down as well, and that is a
that's
very dead Malzahar. Doesn't even matter about that spell shield. Just the amount of abilities being thrown in his face, and he goes down as well.
yeah, really,
And
really nice kill once again.
so 15 minutes in, just approaching 6 minutes, 4 kills to 11, and currently 5.5k gold lead to Recipe for Disaster. And you've got to say that realistically, with that Xayah Nami, they just scale so nicely into mid and late game team fights.
Yeah, for sure. And with the Ocean Drake also coming up in 1 minute and 10 seconds,
Yeah.
that Ocean is
Oh,
gonna
and
be
Ryan Beckler.
holy
Oh
moly.
my God, that is actually disgusting damage. Yeah, you can emote as much as you want. The Mastery 7 spams, the dances are coming out from the bot lane of Recipe for Disaster. They are in such a powerful position at the moment, and I feel so sorry for Beckler. It is just impossible to play at this point when you can get 100 to 0'd already by Yana.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the like biggest thing to be scared of, then you still have LeBlanc and Vi also. And look
Yeah,
at
I
this
mean,
damage, like,
yeah,
yeah, it's not looking bright.
yeah. We haven't really talked about Hike so far, but he's been doing exactly what he needs to do. He's had some really good ganks. He's been forcing quite heavily into the mid lane, and it's been working really, really well. Malzahar, once that spell shield goes down, has no mobility and no real way to defend himself from such aggressive lanes in LeBlanc and the gank from Vi. So definitely a sensible decision to focus quite so hard. Ezzy might be trying to look onto Winter Stars, but Hikes is on the side, and Yuri Undertones has to just ult Yana. And I think this is going to be Ezzy going down
He's
on the
going low.
side potentially.
Yuna
But that's
dies
it,
to the
Yana. Yeah, and Winter
Leandris,
Stars
and
might be really low as well. He's going to have to flash away.
but
He
it's
might
gonna
even go
go
down
down.
here as well. A double kill goes to Yuri Undertones on that Malzahar. And it might even be more here if he gets on the LeBlanc. I think he might just be safe. But no, the LeBlanc is really, really low and having to desperately run away. It is a LeBlanc, though, so probably will be safe. But Ezzy is going to try his best and misses that. He is going to go down, I think. Not quite. He's stuck there in the Dragon
Yeah,
Pit.
you're
What can
looking
he
at the
do?
fight in bot.
Yeah, what can he do here? He's going to have to try, but that's going to be a free dragon, it looks like, for Guar Stardians. Utter chaos, realistically. That all started from the Malzahar just
Tracing
straight
R.
up ulting. Just hard ulting on Yana. Not allowing him to move, do anything, and just taking so much damage over time from everything that's in Malzahar's kit. That Leandra is proccing so much as well.
Yeah, I think this has to be a early QSS buy from the Xayah.
Yeah, you've got to pay your taxes. If there
Yeah.
is a Skarner or if there's a Skarner or a Malzahar in the game as an ADC, first thing, pretty much one of the first things you do is you pay your goddamn taxes. You get that QSS, and he paid the price, because he kind of. I think it's fair enough to go to Essence Reaver second item when you're that far ahead, but yeah, I imagine straight away
Yeah,
he'll be thinking about the
even though
QSS.
he probably wants to go for either IE or LDR, I think he has to go to QSS first.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. He doesn't have to finish off Mercurial the Scimitar for a long time. He can keep just that QSS in his pocket until he wants to finish that as either 5th or 6th item. But meanwhile, I just want to appreciate the top lane of Fezzo, like farming incredibly well, pushing the top lane out as well. And this set is 50 CS down already at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, Seth used 2 teleports already to bot side in the early game, so mostly
Yeah,
that's
and
like.
Ezzy is in trouble again. He's going to get rooted up. He is going
it
to go
enough?
down, not quite because it's Yumi, but yeah, he does finally go down 2 hikes.
Yeah, that could
The
have been.
TP coming from Set again, but it's just
Yeah,
too late.
he's just not finding anything with those teleports.
I like them, but a teleport from Pac with the A's. Sure, fair enough. Maybe they just wanted the Set mid lane here, and they were like, right, teleport trade here. Apparently, look at the damage over time there, just
Yeah,
from the space
it's
saves.
hurting.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Needlessly large rod picked up as well, so that will be very, very soon. Seraphim, what's it called? You know what I mean? Oh, and Yana is going to get hit massively. The Settle and Malzahar come down. Fezzo is low as well here, but Heights comes in. I think Coffee will go down. Actually, the shield wasn't ready, I assume. Yuri Undertones will go down, and Convoca, unlucky. I don't think he can do much as a Yumi here. And whoa, the damage from Mordekaiser just utterly destroying
I mean,
the Kane there. And this is going to be a turret going for Recipe for Disaster for sure.
Yeah, just showing that Yuna is not the only member to fear this game. Hake's getting the double. The Mordekaiser are also getting double. And sadly, the LeBlanc didn't get anything, but
it's just double toil and trouble for Guar Stardians. They really are not finding these fights. They had a bit of a comeback in that last kind of dragon fight, but I think that was kind of the exception.
yeah, they're still 7k behind.
Yeah.
And there's the taxes has been paid now. QSS both.
QSS. There we go. And suddenly that engage no longer works. It was a really good engage though from Coffweeb and Yuri Undertones.
Yep.
The flash from Coffweeb to get the E stun and then followed directly up by the Malzahar suppression. But now that's so much harder to get right. You have to time it perfectly, otherwise Yana can just QSS and then use the Featherstorm to get out of any sticky situation. 23 minutes just approaching, and yeah, 7k gold lead. It's really difficult to see where all of that gold can be recouped by Guar Stardians. Obviously, a lot of it is locked up in turrets at the moment, but can they find any kind of fights where they can get these advantages even with such a disadvantage in gold?
Yeah, the problem also here with the Mordekaiser getting this fed, like, and Seth not building any MR, is just he just can't sideline anymore. But
Winter
now
Stars are way too far up here. Flashes, but it's not going to be enough. The tidal wave
is
comes
it a
out.
bait in the end?
Does go down. Yana does pick up the jungler though. LeBlanc was silenced there. Is just going to get straight up ulted as well. Double kill for Yuri Undertones. Does get ulted, and now Yana is in a prime position, but he's going to get ulted out by the set. And this could be really big actually for Yana's going to go down here. I think the Gale Force out. He might just survive, but Convoca picks up the kill, and that is a 4-for-1.
Yeah, no teleport.
Is on the side.
Yeah, he didn't teleport to that fight. Like, if they get the Mordekaiser on top of them, that's, I just think they sweep guard Stardians on the floor.
Yeah, a Mordekaiser taking out particularly the set there, and suddenly that is a completely different fight. You've got to give a lot of credit though to Guar Stardians, particularly Yuri Undertones. He is finding so much. These ults are being really good, and Fezzo goes down as well here. So
800 gold to the Kane.
Yeah, this is some huge misplays from Recipe for Disaster. They look to be so in control, but they've given up about 3k gold in those last kind of 30 seconds. Practically unanswered. A single kill goes their way for 5 for Guar Stardians. And again, that's now 2 Ocean Dragons as well, which is nothing to sniff at. And suddenly what looked like 2 dragons to nothing, it's shifted massively.
Yeah, still the
So there
goal
won't be
difference
Elder.
is the goal difference is kind of huge here, but it's mostly in the farm between the top
Yeah,
laners and I mean I guess the kill still on Yunna is he's still
yeah,
but he's not that far ahead of the Ezreal anymore. Ezreal also
yeah,
with two items here finished.
yeah. The main gold lead is actually in the top lane at the moment. The Mord just has a hell of a lot of farm, and Beckler might be in a bit of trouble here. But I think, yeah, he just goes down. The
Uh,
LeBlanc combo is enough.
beautiful one shot from the LeBlanc there.
Yeah, using all the abilities to the
Plus the
fullest,
ignite.
getting everything.
But
But
he's
has to be careful here. Geary Undertones is, yeah, just hard ults there and suppressed. Goes down, I think, almost certainly. Having
yeah.
to expend the Kane ult as well. Geary Undertones, I just think, didn't even realize there for a second. He was just like, what? But that is
But that's
3
all
bot,
a
including the
bait.
jungler. So yeah, it's just going to be a Baron. And when you've got a Mordekaiser in the Baron pit as well, you could just simply, take whoever wants to come to Brazil, and it doesn't matter. So that's going to be a free Baron.
Yeah.
You may have got the LeBlanc, but was it worth it for essentially? Yeah, it was a 1-for-1. So really not the best play from Guar Stardians, focusing a little bit too hard on that bot lane.
Yeah, but this Malzar is getting real scary. The damage on the dot is adding up.
There we go. So how do Guar Stardians get these fights in their favor?
I mean they don't want the Mordekaiser to be in the fights. Like we saw that
Yeah.
before the second Ocean Drake. Mordekaiser wasn't there. They just got trolled over. Also Winterstars was in a kind of bad position, just getting caught. But yeah, without the Mordekaiser there, I don't see Receive for Disaster winning fights. I mean, they
Yeah.
still could, but they for sure want the Mordekaiser there.
I also think in general that Recipe for Disaster, if they don't make a mistake, if they don't have the Nami pushing up too far, they win team fights much, much more easily. But you've got Guar Stardians have been really, really fast in reacting to mistakes made by Recipe for Disaster, which has meant this is more Malzahar is becoming a pretty big thorn in the side of Recipe for Disaster.
Yeah, he also going for that Void Staff here, just gonna burn even more.
I think that's the best choice you can take at the moment. And Coffee Flash stunning LeBlanc, and I think may go down.
Oh!
What is that? You knew what? I'm so confused by that. But I mean, Yuri goes down here. Omfika is also going to go down because you are a
But
Yumi.
the S is...
Izzy might be able to get the LeBlanc here. He
Oh,
does. I mean,
but
Jesus
for what
Christ, he
cost?
had
It's 2
to.
kills in the mid lane for...
Oh, he is not going to want to watch that back. The ulting the LeBlanc after the Zonya's used. There was no excuse for that. And with Baron minions pushing into the base, the first turret goes down. Koffeeb is going to go down to Yana. Beckler's going to go down here as well, I think. Yana does not care. He's going to look for Ezzy. I think it might be a bit too risky, just in case. But this is going to be an inhib. Mid-inhib
And
gone.
I think that's what they want, and Drake spawning in 10 seconds here.
Yeah. That's pretty perfect.
Yeah, Seth won't be for the fight, so I don't see why Guard Stardians would want to fight for this. It's not soul point yet, and you should just give this, and looks like they're not even gonna try to chase.
I have to admit though, this is Guar Stardians quite improved. Like some of their games, they have really capitulated. This is definitely one of their best showing so far. Really utilizing everyone in the game as best they can. So even though they are still in a very rough position, it's definite signs of improvement by Guar Stardians.
Yeah, the Malzahar pick really working out so far. Getting those crucial picks on the Yunna onto the LeBlanc on side lanes, and really being just being annoying, like he's supposed to be.
Yeah, and even with being quite heavily focused by Hikes' Vi, has played really well, like farming uh just as well as Yana and Fezzo in the top lane, pretty much.
Yeah, really,
Not
really well,
quite, but yeah.
really well played so far.
Yeah, but now 3 dragons taken by Recipe for Disaster, so there's a huge ticking time bomb now for just under 4 minutes for that Ocean Drake, which, if taken, is an Ocean Soul on a Zaya with a Nami backup. And I think, crucially, you've got a Mordekaiser who just will never die if he gets that Ocean Soul.
Yeah, we can't forget the Divine Thunderer. Why either with Sterax and
Mm.
looks like going for Death's Dance as third item.
Yeah,
So still no magic resist from the side of Receive for Disaster. So that's
yeah,
good news for the Malzar.
yeah. And look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that.
Doesn't matter how
Yeah.
tanky you are, that is a
Well,
ridiculous amount of damage on the Mordekaiser. But Set is going to be taken out here, it looks like.
yeah.
The Gordranker not enough to save him. And I don't think it's going to be enough for Guar Stardians in the bot lane either. Yana nearly hitting that silence there. That silence, if it did
But
hit,
those,
could have been a bit of bother for him.
that top turret is just going down, and still four
Yep.
people here defending the 3 people of Receive for
Yep.
Disaster is a
It's
bit
going to be
weird.
his second inhib goes down. And even though Yana takes so much damage, the healing that Nami is outputting with her own innate healing and the Staff of Flowing Water as well.
What is the W
It's
called? Ebb and Flow.
Ebb and Flow, yeah. I only know that from Legends of Runeterra.
Nash also spawning here, so they could just leave the Mordekaiser alone bot side and go forward towards the Nash.
And that's what they look to be
yeah,
doing. They see Ezzy. Yep, the ult comes out from Yuri Undertones. The Nethergrass comes. Ezzy takes that one. But look at where Recipe for Disaster are. They are all in the top lane, ready to do Baron.
Yeah, Malzar or Mordekaiser shouldn't have been that far up. He should have just respected that and just wait until Receive for Disaster get into position to start Nash. And now this is looking kind of scary. Sure, there's no Malzar ult, but
Winterstar's though is already really low, goes down. Yes, that is 1 kill back for Recipe for Disaster.
But
But
they're in the
look
pit.
at how much damage they are taking. Your Undertones, I think, doesn't quite have ult at the moment, but takes down 1. LeBlanc is going to go down here as well, I'm pretty sure. The Zhonya's is needing speed. Yana, what are you doing? You're so far pushed up. You're taking way too much damage from the Malzahar passives. And you've got Yuumi on
But look at the base.
aim. The base is going to go down, I think.
That's a Malzar TP waste.
Ezzy is going to try and get Yana. The exhaust comes down. Yana does go down. That is a big shutdown. And Fezzo ulted by Yuri Undertones, taking so much, taking so much damage. And I don't think Yuri can do anything. He can't. Malzahar gets taken down, and suddenly this is really bad for Recipe for for Guar Stardians.
Yeah, he should have gone. He should have gone for the turret there. Maybe he thinks Kane.
The turret is going to go down anyway, though, because of the minions. It looks like.
Yeah, it still goes down. They're gonna leave him.
What is he doing?
He just walks out.
That was a free. That was a free kill. I don't know what's happening.
And
he
even question pings it.
Yeah, that's
question marks
strange. But I mean, that is the mid inhib does respawn, which gives a little bit of respite.
But that's soul point now in 20 seconds. With Yuna spawning now and Malzar still 10 seconds in the grey screen.
And more importantly, it's a completely open base now. Top lane inhib will still be down for a while. That bot lane turret as well is super low. And realistically in this, I don't see how Guar Stardians can get in on this at all.
Yeah, look at the set. Set is still top, Malzar still in mid.
Yeah. Oh, the Ezreal, it doesn't quite land. The True Shot barrage is too late for the steal.
Now you should just
Ocean Soul.
Yeah, now you should just head to Nash, take Nash, and then just walk over Guar Stardians. Like the Mordekaiser can just run towards the Nexus and ult someone and just hit the Nexus in the ult.
Yeah. A bit like old Poppy.
Yeah.
Old Poppy. If you ever played that, you'd ult the
Oh,
support and just kill everything else.
I haven't.
And yeah,
That's too old for me.
okay. It was a absolute immunity to everything. Ezzy might be walking into a trap. Not quite. He realizes something's wrong, but that is going to be potentially Baron started.
It's the
I feel
LeBlanc
like,
in side lane now. LeBlanc
yeah,
should just even focus even more to that turret, I think. Just forcing someone to come there.
yeah. Realistically, I would have preferred to see the Mordekaiser go bot lane and the LeBlanc go onto the Baron,
I
just
think
because,
Mordekaiser is just bigger at this point.
yeah,
Uh,
maybe.
but yeah,
But
without the teleport on Mordekaiser, and I mean, still Mordekaiser probably has the better potential to buy even more time if they send 2 or 3 people there. But yeah, this
yeah,
Ash just disappears. And they should just group
yeah,
mid or
that's
group bot and just walk over them. Or even top,
yeah.
where you have the bigger minions.
Oh, my game's just crashed, so I can't cast. Oh, that's so annoying. League client just crashed on me. Can you share your screen? Just I.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the most beautiful.
No, it's fine. I can.
Yeah.
There we go. League client is so goddamn broken. Yeah,
I, I,
it's pretty much over at this point for Guar Stardians. Anyway, I think it looks to be a recipe for disaster. Trying to finish up in through the bot lane, taking that turret.
yeah, just taking the. If something goes wrong, they still have taking the turret and can possibly end it
Yeah,
next time. But
yeah,
with Guardians almost 10k ahead, 10k behind. I'm sorry.
yeah. And it looks a flash engage onto Yana, but it's not going to be enough. And Kothweeb having to ult all the way to the
Uh,
wrong side. He's going to get taken down. Yuri Undertones
Weird
just not going to be able
flash
to do much
from
on the
the
side.
Y, but looks like
While
it's a
this is
bait.
happening, Mordekaiser is just at the Nexus,
Yeah.
by the way. So this is game whatever happens here.
he's just
The
he's just
double kill
enjoying it.
from Yana.
He's
The double
enjoying
kill
his
from
life
Yana.
and
Pikes is going to go fully in, may drop down. A triple kill for Yana in the end. Quadra, I think.
yeah, no
And
penta.
it is
Who
game.
stole the penta? Who are we gonna report?
There we go. GG, well played. A recipe for disaster.
GG. And I